female soldiers must give dignity and respect to transsexual men who join them in their shared shower rooms, according to training manuals leaked by soldiers in a mandatory class. But this dignity and respect is a one-way street, according to the training slides, which were developed by officials working for former President Barack Obama. Transgender soldiers are not required or expected to modify or adjust their behavior based on the fact that they do not match other soldiers, according to the slides, which were first leaked by thefederalist.com. The demand for dignity and respect of transsexuals is shot through the Army documents because the transgender ideology insists that normal Americans, including American soldiers, must respect claims by men who insist they are women, regardless of their visible genitalia, civic practices, law, and science. The justification for this transsexual demand is the unproven claim that all people have a so far unverified gender identity that can be disconnected from their obviously female or male body. Transgender activists then argue that a person's gender identity is more important than the fundamental sexual distinctions between male and female humans, and, in fact, also requires that the transgender men be treated as legal females, whether or not they have had surgery. Because a person's gender identity is deemed more important than a person's actual sex, the Pentagon's rules do not require that transgender soldiers undergo sexual surgery before they switch their legal sex. According to the new rules, a soldier who has a conflicting gender identity is deemed stable and preferred gender once a documented medical treatment plan is complete, no functional limitations or complications persist, and the individual is not experiencing clinically significant distress or impairment in social, occupational, or other important areas of functioning. Continuing medical including but not limited to cross-sex hormone therapy, may be required to maintain a state of stability. The shift to pro-transgender, anti-sex language also means there are no recognized male or female bodies in the military, nor are there any recognized members of the two sexes. Instead, the sex of each soldier is reduced to a mere gender marker, which is amputated from Americans' expectations for the behavior of members of the male sex and the female sex. According to the new rules, the gender marker is a just data element in the Defense Enrollment Eligibility Reporting System. This shift in focus from the sex of a soldier to the gender marker has additional impacts. For example, all soldiers are expected to take periodic drug tests by peeing into a cup in front of a higher-ranking soldier. This means female soldiers will be required to pee into cups while sitting beside a soldier with a female gender marker, even when the observing soldier is male. According to a document provided with the training, at DoD and Army policy that a urinalysis sample must be collected by direct observation and that, absent an exception to policy, the observer will be the same gender as the soldier being observed, as reflected by the gender marker in DEERS. The transgender ideology demands that the federal government force Americans to accept the gender identity sex switching claims made by each person, regardless of scientific data about genetics, biology, and the variety of normal behavior and appearances shown by normal, equal, different, and complementary women and men, boys and girls. The progressive outcome is possible because White House officials have not taken a strong stand against the transgender ideology's hostility towards the two sexes, he said. "I'm very nervous," said Roos. "We have not seen a lot of concern from Trump, so, we're working closely with allies on Capitol Hill," said Sprigg. "The long-term goal is cultural transformation, not one of increasing the effectiveness of our military," said Sprigg.